Hello guys, welcome to Compose Camp 2.0 Google Developer Student Club GNI. How are you guys? Can I know in the chat box? Fine. Okay, it's good to hear. Share this link to your friends. I think there is less attendees as compared to the first session because this is most important session when compared to the first session. So please share this link as soon as possible because by 7:30 the registration will be closed. I think you might be missing a great chance. See, it's not a Google Meet. It's not a faculty is teaching here. So please try to be interactive. That is good to hear. Before going to the session, let me say some guidelines. If you are trying to interact with each other, then you can directly go for the general session and you can post the message there. If you are willing to type any question, means you have any doubts, then you can post a question in the Q&A session. If you want to direct message to any of the hosts, you may do it in DM. So please try to use that particular sessions for the particular usage. Okay, without any late, let's get started. Hello guys, this is Satyaj Akunta, facilitator of Compose Camp and core lead of Google Developer Student Clubs. Let's start the session, which is very interactive for today. I would like to invite our team, Srita, co-facilitator, Venkatesh and Kamal Chakravarti, to teach you the Compose Camp. And I would like to say the today contents, one is the Kotlin Basics and another one is Android Studio. Are you ready, Srita?
Yeah, yeah, will you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, that's great. Hello everyone, I'm Shihita. I'm co-facilitator of this Android Compass Camp. So today I'm gonna explain you the Kotlin Basics. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen. I think you guys are able to see this.
Yes.
Yeah. In the previous, really got a brief about this Kotlin programming language, right? So for this programming language, we are going to provide Kotlin Playground. Saitija, can you share this link?
Sure. So guys, in this session, you are going to learn the Kotlin programming. So for this, to write the program, you need a particular IDE. So we are sharing the link. So try to use the link and type the program. So it will be a hands-on session. So whatever the Srita is typing, try to type yourself also in this link. I'm sharing this link in chat box. Please try to open this link. Are you ready, guys? Open this link. You will able to see
Open
the
the
Kotlin
link.
Playground, and she will teach how to write a program in the Kotlin.
Yeah, I think all of you opened it, right? Please be interactive, guys. As soon as you open, you will be able to see the screen like this. I think many of you opened. Are they posting in the chat box, Satija?
Yes, yes. Guys, are you open this link?
Please be doing the code along with me so that it will be interesting.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, okay. As soon as you open this Kotlin Playground, you will be able to see this program. This is the default one. Okay, just see the lines here. This is the function, the basic function main, and the println statement. So here I'm gonna do some modifications like printing my name, as I did in the last session also. Sorry. Okay, to execute this, run button. See, you're gonna see the output here. I think you're able to see this. also, right, Saitija?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, fine. Okay. Uh, this is the basic program actually. I'm gonna tell you. Generally, a program is the set of instructions where we are gonna do some task by giving those instructions. And for a Kotlin program, this main function is mandatory, where our uh, Kotlin compiler knows that this is the starting point of our program. This is the specific place where the Kotlin compiler starts executing. Okay, this is the entry level actually, right? Uh, and I'm gonna show you something like this. Yeah, this is our program, right? And here, I'm gonna explain you the Kotlin style guide. And this is not mandatory actually. This is the our code will be looking some neat. It is easier to read. Okay, this is the function name, and we will be providing some space in between like this, and the open brace. And also we're going to provide this indentation, means the space for the body of the function. This is just basic. This is not mandatory actually. Okay. No. Hello. I think I'm losing my network.
No, no, no. You can.
Yeah, it's okay. Fine. Okay. We can also give semicolon like this and run. Semicolons are optional in this. See, we are getting the output. And this is the basic program. Now I'm gonna jump into the variables. What are variables actually? Variables are nothing but the containers. Okay. These containers will be holding a piece of data, the values which we are going to provide and use it in our programs. These containers will also be having a label, which we will call it as the name of the variables. Okay. By just referring to the name of these variables, we are able to access the value it holds. Right? Generally, this is the basic about these variables. We are gonna look at some example like this. Here I'm having my name is like some variable in it, which is named as name, and I'm having that age as a variable. In this variables, we are just having the value like name and age. These are the variables. And these variables are having values Megan and 28, right? See, so in the output, we are having my name is Megan and I am 28 years old, right? In this way, we are gonna just retrieve the values by using those variables. These variables can be used anywhere in our program just to retrieve the values of them. Instead of using everywhere, I'm 28 years old, like that. For these variables, we need to specify what kind of values we are. Right. Some is store name, some is store numbers, like that. Some is store decimal numbers. In this way, we have to specify which type of value we are going to store in it. That's why we need to learn the data types. In Kotlin, we are having these data types. Are you guys following me? Yeah, I need answers, guys. Am I too fast? Sajida, is there any response?
Yes, yes. Someone is responding.
Yeah,
It's say they are saying normal, so you can.
normal. Okay, fine. Thank you. Then they are following me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Okay, now let's see the data types.
I
What
think
is
it's
data?
better to explain the variable thing again. So let me
No,
go
no, no.
on.
I'll just tell them the data types and then tables again.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. Okay. So the data types. It is important to learn the data types because what, which type of value we are going to provide, right? We are having this string int variable data types. Sorry. We are having the string as a data type, which gonna accept text as the values inside it. For example, here we are having like add, contact, search. These are the text. We need to enclose them in double quotes or single quotes. That specifies that they are text. Okay, these are going to represented by the data type string. Okay, similarly we are having int, which gonna accept integer values, and double and float. These two data types gonna accept decimal number, and there's a slight difference between these two data types. The only difference between them is precision. Okay, I think you guys know what is precision. Just text in the chat box if you guys know. Any answers, guys? What is precision? Saifija?
There is no responses. I think
No
they might
response.
don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you what is precision. Precision is nothing but the number of digits after the decimal point. Okay, the number of digits after the decimal point. The only difference between these two data types is precision. See here, I'm gonna look at this example, a double example. See, after the decimal point, I'm having 9999. 4. The precision is 4. In this way, the precision is went. So the float will have 6 or 7 digits as the precision, whereas double will have 15 digits. Okay, just remember that float will have less precision than double. Okay, this is the slight difference you need to know. And the boolean is other data type where it has two possible values like true or false. Okay, this is the variable. Sorry, this is the data type. Next, for using a variable, we need to define it. Okay, for defining it, we are having a syntax. Right, just look at here. We are having val, variable name, data type. This. The syntax involves this val. Val is the keyword. It tells that we are going to define a variable. Okay. After using the val, we are going to write variable name followed by the colon, space, and the data type. What is the type of data we are going to use? And the value followed by the value. Here, looking at this, you are having two keywords, val and var. Okay. I'm just going to tell you the difference in a while. Let me open the Kotlin Playground now. Yeah. See, here in this example, I defined a variable with the name as a variable name. Right? Are you guys able to see it? Just try along with me. Open the Kotlin Playground.
Yeah, it's better. Try to open
Yeah,
the Kotlin
try
Playground
try
and try to
along with
type
me.
this code so you'll
Yes.
understand it easy.
Just give some other name. I think you guys are doing a lot with me. Okay, I just defined a variable with this name, and I specified the data type as string, and I gave the value as Android Compose Camp. Okay, in the println statement, I think you guys are able to see this dollar. What that this dollar mean? This dollar is nothing but it tells the compiler that this name we have to retrieve. This name is gonna have this value, and it should print that value in the place of this name. This dollar specifies that. Just by running the code, I think you'll be able to see this. Yes. Welcome to Android Compose Camp. I just wrote welcome to this. In this, we are having this value. So we are getting welcome to Android Compose Camp. I think you got a little bit idea about the syntax of variables. Right, guys? Okay, fine. Okay, what if I want to retrieve multiple values? Here, name is only one variable, right? If multiple values, I'm going to show you that also. Here I'm having two variables like x and y with val keyword, and both are of integer type. I gave the values 20 and 30. Here I want both the values and those addition. Okay, I'm using curly braces here. Write dollar symbol in between the curly braces, add those values, and then print it. I'm having the output as adding x and y results 50. I'm having this. So yeah, what if I want to update the value? I don't want x as 20. I want something like 50 or 60. I'm just going to show you that. Okay. This is the other program where I'm given the value of a as 20 and I'm printing it. I'm updating the value as 10 and again I'm printing it. So let's just see what happens. Oh, there's an error, guys. Val cannot be reassigned. So it's just telling that this value cannot be reassigned. Okay, I'm gonna try by changing this as var. Yeah, we got the output. Just see, var. I think you got an idea about val and var. By using this keyword, we get an access to update the values. Okay, just try by giving other values or other names. Uh, you guys are trying, right? Okay, fine. So yeah, this is the basic difference. We will be using val keyword when we expect the variable name will not in the entire program. The variable name will not change. Then we'll use val keyword. And we are going to use var keyword when we expect the value will change in the further part of the program. Okay, this is the slight difference. So basically defining a variable involves the keyword front of that var or val. Next, the name, variable name, like name and age, and giving data type like string or int, and then assigning it a value. Okay, this is basic about the variables. You guys got some clarity about variables, right? And what the actual term variable and how it visualization will be explained by Saitija.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think most of the people are having the doubt on the variable because when I was in the third class, means when I was studied to for the algebra and the mathematics, variable means which is a unknown value. Means for example, when I say a variable called x, it has a multiple values. Means it can have multiple values for a single x. So then we call as a variable. Then what about the programming language? When you
Yeah,
talk
in
about
same
the
way, I
program,
think variable is also that same thing as I think in the maths.
yeah, we may think most of the people think that a
Yes.
variable can assign have different values, but that is not the actual meaning of a variable in the terms of programming language. I think most of the people can answer this. Means, are you guys really know what is a variable mean? Means, if you studied the C language, you might get a single idea. Means, what is mean by a variable? Do you know? Named memory location. Uh, Named location memory. Yeah, that's true. But why they named as a variable? There's a reason. Can you guess? Uh, it's a container to store a value. Yeah, that's also a nice try. But variable term has a definite meaning, right? Can any other guesses? But he's very close to that. Mohammed. Sorry, guys, I'm able to spell it. Any guesses? Sweeta, can you stop your screen? Yeah, I will share.
Yeah.
Okay, are you ready to know what is the variable mean? If you're not ready, we will skip it because it is the basics of C language. But as we know, we are going to fill the fundamentals first. Then after we go for the build the programming languages because you can change the name or you can change the container. Maybe. Yeah, that's also a reason. A representative value. That's also a reason. If a equal to 2, here's a say known as a variable. Yeah, that's also true. Okay, let me explain in the actual manner. I think screen is visible, right?
Yeah, it is.
So when you talk about a programming language, let us say it's a program. Mostly our language will be say as .kit, Kotlin. Okay. when the program is compiled, it will change into the physical memory. Means the program for initially will store in the secondary memory, while the time of compilation means while the time after compiling, the executing file will be changed into the physical memory. Okay, are you getting something? Means a program which is stored in the secondary memory, after the compilation, for the execution it will move into the physical memory. Physical memory is nothing but RAM. Okay, are you listening, guys? Okay, so this is the internal process while we are executing a program. So I think I won't take a Kotlin example. Let's take a C example. I think most of the people know the C language, right? So let me proceed with the C language. For example, in my program, I have a variable called index. Clear? When I typing an index, while it is executing, X will be given a particular address. For example, initially it got a 10,001 as an address. For the next time execution, it won't get the same address. The address of the X variable will change. For example, for the next execution, the X may have some 2024. Are you getting, guys? So when we talk about the variables will change the values as well as the address. That should be the key point. Did you got something? I'm not seeing the any answers. Yeah. So that's the basics here. Most of the people may not focus on this, but it is important. While we're talking about the address, it is very important. So a variable is not only changes the value, but also it changes the address. So because of it changing the address, we named it as a variable. So it is same in the Python, same in the C language, same in the Kotlin. The variable will change the address in the physical memory. Clear? So for in every time means in every execution, our compiler will only search for the address of the variable, not for the value of the variable. So we must be focused on the particular aspect. Okay, I think you got the idea about the variables, right? Then you might be got about this little programming language of the Kotlin. Means did you understand the Kotlin? A little. How to print hello world, how to print your name. Are you ready for see the how internally the Kotlin works? Means how a program internally works. Yes. Okay. Yeah. You might be seeing that println dollar name, right? Clear. See, our compiler will search for the this dollar symbol, and compiler will search the name address. For example, my name container is in the address 1024. Here, the value of the name is also stored in the physical memory. Like she had taken Android, right? So our compiler will search for the dollar. It means it is representing the variable. After the variable, it will search for the address called 1024. In that particular 1024, we have the value Android that will be printed in our output screen. That's so simple. So while writing our code, we must think as a compiler. How the compiler works. In the same way, we have to write the code. Okay, we won't take much time on the internal issues. I think it's time to jump into another topic. Srita, are you ready?
Yeah, yeah.
Did you got something? Anything? Means what is the variable it mean? How the compiler works? A little bit.
Yes, I think they got it.
Yeah. Please keep this in mind while we talking about the variables. It is very important in the programming language aspects, any of the language. So keep it as a star point.
Okay, the next part, functions, will be explained by Kamal.
Okay. Hello everyone. So I am Kamal Chakravarti. I'm one of the co-facilitator of this Android Compose Camp. In today's session, I will deal with functions. So let us start by writing a simple program, that is Hello World program. So let me share my screen first. That is Hello World program.
It's okay. We will do.
Okay.
Guys, welcome back again. So most of the people don't have the basics of the function meaning. So what is the function according to you? Any formal or informal definitions? I need to see the answers. What is a function? You might be seeing this function since from 10th class. From 10th class, you are listening the word function. That's true. What is a function according to you? Block of code which can be reusable. Yeah, that's a very formal definition. Good, Karthik. Any other? Set of instructions. Yeah, set of instruction also called as a program. That's true.
Hello, Sai Teja, I am ready.
Yeah, we will continue this function topic again after this small session. I will give a perfect outline of the function mean. You will like it. Okay, Kamal Chakravarti, you may share your
Okay.
screen.
So I'm sharing my screen.
Yeah, Abu Bakr is very close to the answer. Okay,
So is
go
it visible?
on. Yeah,
So now let us go with the first Kotlin program, that is Hello World program. So here we have written some code. Uh, it is a main function, and in that main function we have written a statement, that is println statement. So this is the syntax you have to follow. So let me run the program. You can see the output as Hello World. So now what we are doing is creating a main function, and inside a main function we are displaying a statement using println function. So can you tell me how many functions we are using in this program to print hello world? So I need response in the chat box. So to print the message hello world onto the screen, what are the functions we are using in this program? So yes, two functions, that is main and println functions. Very good. Okay. Yeah, you are absolutely right. We are using two functions. That is, one is main function and one more is println function. So main function is a default function, and it is the entry point which is required in every program. And one more is println function, which is a built-in function which we use to print some message onto the screen. So after you got idea about this basic concepts like variables, data types, and printing the hello world message, now let us go further in declaring and defining a function. So how to declare a function? So let me change this code. I will display some other message instead of hello world. So let me write welcome to Android Compose Camp session 2. Yeah, execute this. Yeah, all right, the message is being displayed. So this is a main function, right? And we have to declare a function before using it. I mean, we have to define a function before using it. So how to define a function? So we define a function using a keyword called fun, F-U-N. So we start defining a function by using a keyword fun, then after the function name. So let me take the function name as display message. So fun is a keyword and display message is the name of the function, and we have parenthesis followed by opening and closing braces. So this is a function, and whatever instructions we write within the curly braces, and inside this parenthesis we provide parameters. So let me do one thing, copy this message and paste here in display function message and remove it from here. So can you expect what will be the output? I need a response in chat box. Can you expect what will be the output? Error? No.
That's true, error.
No. So let me run this program. Okay, expecting a top level declaration. Yeah. So 1 second. Yeah. So we should not we should also call this function to declare it to run its statements. So we call the function from the main function by using its name. So let me write its name, display function, display message. So can you tell me what will be the output now? Let me run the program again. So I'm getting an error again. Why? Because I gave two curly braces here. Getting error. So can you find out what is the error? So I'm missing S here. Okay. Run again. Yeah, I got the output as welcome to Android Compose Camp session 2. So what we are doing is we are calling a function display message from the main function. So whenever we call this function, the control transfers to this function, and whatever the instructions present inside this function will be executed, and then after the control transfers again to the main function. So this is the basic idea of how to declare a function and how to call a function. So have you got an idea about basic idea about functions, guys? Can you respond in chat box? Okay. So let me show you the syntax for this. This is a syntax for declaring a function. Fun is a keyword, and then followed by name of the function, then parenthesis, then opening and closing braces. Inside the opening and curly braces, we write the instructions of the function, that is body of the function. So this is the basic syntax of the function. So have you got idea about up to this point? Yes. Okay, good response. So moving on to further. So let me write one more statement here inside this display message function. Developers, student club. So let me run this again. Yeah, we got the output. Okay. So this is a basic function. We are using this function to display some messages, right? So when we deal with Android development, we use functions for more complex uses. So functions are not only used to display some messages, but also to perform some task and return some value. So let us now learn return type of a function. So by default, the return type of any function is unit. So the return type is specified by placing a semicolon after parenthesis, that is year. So not semicolon, sorry. We have to give a space. Return type is nothing but the data type of the variable which you are returning from that function. So you have seen the basic data types like int, string, float, double, like that. So in this function, we are not returning anything. So if you are not returning anything, then the return type is unit by default. NIP and space. So let me run this again. Yes, we don't find any changes in the output. That is, we simply mention the return type of this function, that is unit. So instead of using the return type unit, we can also use other return types, such as, for suppose we want to return a string from this function to the main function, then we will use the return type as string. So let me modify this. I will modify unit by string. The return type of this function will be string. So, but we are not returning anything. So we should also include a return statement inside a function when we return something. So return statement is mostly at the last line of the function. So return statement will be, as we are returning a function, we should open and close curly braces. And so let me store these strings in some variable. For suppose I'm declaring it a variable m1, that is message 1, and storing the string inside the m1. Same thing, I'm doing this for the second statement also. I'm storing this in m2. Okay, so I'm stored this entire string in m1 and this entire string in m2. Now I should return m1 along with m2 to the main function. So what I will do is I will keep dollar m1 and slash n, that means next line, and again dollar m2. So this means that dollar m1 nothing means the value of m1. So this entire string will be replaced by dollar m1, and slash n is nothing but skipping to the next line, and dollar m2 is nothing but the value of this Google Developers Students Club. So dollar m2 will be replaced by this string. So whenever you return something from a function, you should also store that value in some variable. What we are doing here in main function is we are simply calling that function, but we are not storing the value returned by the function. So let me store the value returned by the function in some variable called val m is equal to display message. So we are calling a function display message, and whenever we call this, the control transfers here. Here we declared and initialize two variables m1 and m2, and we are returning the values of m1 and m2 in the form of string. So the returned value is stored in m. So let me print the value of m. So I will run this program. Yeah, I got the output. So there is nothing changed in the output because we did not make any changes. But I have just shown you how to return a value from a function and store the value in a variable and print that variable from the main function. So is it clear for you all? Chat. Is it clear? Yeah, okay. So this is the basics about functions, how to pass a value to a function. So we have not discussed how to pass a value. We simply discussed how to return a value from a function and store it in a variable and print it the value from the main function itself. Okay. So moving on to further, we need to pass parameters to a function. So how can you pass a parameters to a function? So parameters means the values which you are passing during the function call. So the parameters are always within the parenthesis, that is here. So let me, instead of writing 2, let me do it as $x, and I will take x as parameter. So x. So whenever you are taking a parameter, you should mention the variable name followed by colon, space, and the variable data type. So here 2 is an integer type, so I am specifying it as int. So the display message has one parameter, that is x, of type integer, and we are using the value of x in our function display message. So let us also pass the value from the main function. So let me pass 2. Running the program again. Yeah, we got the same output, 2. So what's happening here is we are passing the value 2 as a parameter while calling the display message function. So here the function will receive the value 2 and store it in x. So whenever we come across the usage of x, x is replaced by its value. $x is replaced by its value. So whatever we are storing in x, that value will be coming here, and we are returning m1 and m2 in the form of string, and that message is stored in m, and we are printing this m again from the main function. Okay, so this is about passing parameters to a function and getting a return type from a function. So I think everyone got it. So respond in the chat box. Are you clear? So if you are interested, you can code along with me by opening the Kotlin Playground. Okay. Okay. So moving on to further topic, that is passing multiple parameters. So here what we have done is passing a single parameter, that is 2. So now let me pass more than one parameter, that is multiple parameters. So to pass multiple parameters, we should separate them by giving a space and a comma and declare another parameter y. So let the data type of the y be string, string. Okay. So here I am declaring 2 parameters, x and y. X is of type int and y is of type string. So let me remove club here and and from the main function I am calling the display message by passing 2 parameters. One is 2 and another is club. So 2 is of integer type and club is of string type. So 2 will be storing in x and club will be stored in y, and we are using the x and y values in the display message function. So m1 and m2 are created, and we are returning the m1 and m2 values in the form of a string. This string is stored in m and the value of m is printed. Let me run the program again. Yes, we got the output. So we have seen how to return a value from a function, how to pass a parameter, that is input to a function, and single parameter and multiple parameters. So what is parameter? A parameter specifies the name of a variable and the data type that you can pass into a function as a data to be accessed into the function. So each parameter consists of 3 parts. One is variable name, colon, space, and the return type and data type of that variable. So when you have more than one parameter, that is multiple parameters, they are placed and separated by comma. So this is how you pass a parameters to a function and return a value from a function. So what is a function signature? So let me tell you a function signature after covering one more topic, that is named arguments. So what are named arguments? So here when we are calling the display message function, we are simply placing the values, that is to and club. Instead of placing to and club, we can name them and then pass. For example, to can be written as x is equal to 2 and club can be written as y is equal to club. So what happening here is the value of 2 is passed to x and value of club is passed to 5. Let me run this. So this is the output. We are getting the same output. What happening here is instead of passing directly to and club, we are giving a name to both the variables. So 2 is named for x and club is named for y. So whenever we come here, x value is 2 and y value is club, so that x and y are replaced by their respective values. So this is nothing but a named variable. So when you give a named variable, you can change the order of the parameters. For suppose I can give x equal to 2 second and y equal to club as first. So let me give that x is equal to 2. So what I have done is first I have passed the parameter y, that is club, and then I have passed x. But when coming to function definition, I have declared x first and y next. So let me run this program. What will happen, we will see. So we see no change. That means the program runs as usual. So what whenever we give a named parameter, we can change the order of the parameters. That is, you can give x first or y first. It doesn't matter. Are you getting? Are you following? Please respond. Clear? Thank you. And now the final topic is default parameters. So what will happen when you call a function without passing any values? So let me do that. So I'm calling a display message function, but I've given two parameters x and y in the function definition. But when I'm not passing any values. So let me run and show what will happen. We are getting error. So no value passed for the parameter x and no value passed for the parameter y. So we are not passing any value, so we are getting error. So to avoid this, we use default parameters, default arguments. So what is default arguments? Initializing a parameter with some initial value, so that whenever we call that function, if we don't pass any parameter, the default value will be treated as the parameter. So I'm giving a default value as 1 for x and default argument for y as same club. Let me run this again. It is all difference. So here club should be in double quotes. Okay, we got it. So we are calling the display message function without passing any parameters, but in function definition we have declared parameters x and y for the display message. So even though we are not passing, so it is using the value of default parameters. So x is by default initialized with 1 and y is initialized with club. So even though if you pass a default argument, you can also pass a parameter. So let me pass 2 and club. Running this program again. Yeah. So we got the value of x as 2. So by default we have initialized the value of x as 1, but while calling the function we are passing the value 2. So what's happening here is when we pass a value, it will be automatically uses that value. So whenever we don't pass a value, the default value will be used. So this is the thing you have to remember. So that's about default parameters. And now let us see what is function signature. So far you have seen how to define a function and function name, and how to pass parameters to a function, and how to return a value from a function, that is output. And all together collectively is known as function signature. So whatever present before this opening brace, that is this entire part, is known as function signature. Function signature includes the keyword fun, the variable function name, and the parameters list, as well as the return type of the function. So let me show you the. So this is the final syntax of the function. Here you start by using the fun keyword followed by the name of the function, then parenthesis. In parenthesis you include, 1 second. It's the final syntax. You start with fun and name of the function, followed by parameters, and then a colon, followed by a return type, and the set of opening and closing curly braces. And inside these curly braces, we have body of the function. So this is the syntax of a function. So far, we have discussed how to declare a function, how to define a function, how to pass a parameters to a function, how to return a value from a function, and store it in a variable, and then use that variable in the main function. So hope you got a little bit idea about the functions. And coming about main points. So this is the summary. Functions are defined with using fun keyword. So, and what are the advantages of using functions? So benefits of creating functions are, the first one is reusable code. That is, whenever you write a function, you can reuse as many times as you want by simply calling the function name. So this is one of the advantage for functions. And the readability. This is one more thing, one more benefit for creating and using a functions. And you can easily detect your errors by using functions. So that's all. At the end of this session, you will be having a quiz where you have some basic questions regarding functions and variables. You can answer them easily if you follow me carefully. So that's all from my side. Thank you.
Yeah, guys. I think most of the people have the program of phobia. I think just like me and my friends, when I see a code, I get a fear because I don't like it. I think most of people are like me, right? So please don't think in a that way. It is so easy. Yeah, programophobia. Please don't think in that way. It is very easy to code. Try to push your boundaries towards the code. It will be a fantastic thing when you are enjoying it. So I think most of the people are getting bored. So I'm giving you two options. One is quiz, another one is the general definition of function. Means as I promised in the first before the comment growth is starting. So which one you are going to pick? A quiz or a function? A general definition. Guys, come on. Are you ready to participate in a quiz or are you ready to take a general definition of a function? Quiz? One option. No one is responding. Only one. Quiz? Yeah, most of the people are ready to. So let's get started. Please pick your phones. Open slido.com as usual. So open guys, join the page, open slido.com and enter the code 94666666. I'm waiting for you. I think most of the people are getting go. Where are you guys? Let's start the piece. Which of the following function name is in camel case? I think most of the people who are familiar with Python can answer this. Which of the following function name is in camel case? Come on guys, hurry up. Ooh, 50% of people answered Google capital D developers. Yeah, that's the correct answer. Let's see the leaderboard. Charlene, wow. Second is Yadli. Yeah, congratulations to you guys. Let's have a second question. Which of the following syntax is wrong? The people who are listening to this session carefully may answer this. Oh, come on, guys. Time up. 15 people are answered. 47 people are answering the hard colon int. Let's see.
Most of them answered wrong. Yeah.
See here, val string capital S should be there. While declaring a variable, declaring a data type, we should mention in a capital letter of the starting variable. Like capital S should be right there, then it will be the correct. Did you clear? Oh, leaderboard. Yeah, here. Wow. Nice. Again, the Charlene. Nice. Let's go for the second question. Which of the following file format can be produced by Android Studio? I think most of the people don't know about the Android Studio right now because in future we are going to take the Android Studio session, how it is going to install and how we are going to write the code in Android Studio and how we can generate the file and install in the app. Wow, 87 people are answered APK, 1% are JPG and PNG. Yeah, that's the correct answer. Let's go for the leaderboard. Again, Yala. Yahya. Wow. Let's see the fourth question. Variable can always have a fixed address. I think you may answer this question, guys. True or false? Variable can always have a fixed address. I think I have explained this. Oh, wow. Most of the people are given the right answer. Still, again, Yahya and Abu Bakr, Charlene, Anjali, Bhavani. Let's have the final question. It is going to deciding who is the winner for this quiz. What is the default return type of a function? Be careful, guys, by picking the option. Yeah, time's up. Wow. I think most of the people are confused between the capital U unit and the small unit, right? Yeah, capital U is right because the data type should be have the capital letter at the starting position. Let's see the final leaderboard. Yeah, congratulations to Yahya. And second winner is Anjali. Third winner, Samela Bhavana, Abu Bakr, and Muzir. And I think one hidden question will be there. Okay, done. Nice participation, guys. Let's have a Q&A. Do you have any questions? possible to pass function as an argument to other function. Possible to pass a function. Yeah, it is possible. Any other? One more, please. Yeah, sure. In the future sessions. Okay, I would like to announce that we are going to have a offline session tomorrow, but only entry is only for the people who are finishing the pathways. So you must register the RSVP link, and you should have the pathways. Means you should have the pathway badges, guys. So by showing this both, how many pathways? It should be at least two. At least two. I think so. Most probably we are covered here one pathway, and the second pathway is so simple. So we are going to announce. We are going to post the Instagram story. There you should do the RSVP, and by afternoon we are going to have a offline session. We are going to update in the story.
Hello guys. Hello. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Hello. Okay. How was the session, guys? Hello. Nice. Okay. Interactive. Interactive. Noise. Good. Hmm. Still any other words? Okay. So most probably tomorrow we are going to have the offline session. We will update that in the Instagram story. Tomorrow morning we'll update regarding that. Uh, Anyhow, uh, the sessions will be continuous like tomorrow, day after tomorrow. We will update everything in the Instagram story. You can expect some more sessions, but don't depend upon these like sessions and everything. You learn yourself from the pathways. You have the learning courses in the Google Developers portal. Satya, please post that link here.
Sure.
Yeah, come on, check the update. So actually, it was a self-learning session, like self-learning course and the self-learning pathways. But we are trying to motivate you and trying to create some awareness and to make it consistent. We are helping in this way, but it should be a self-learning thing. Okay, please try to finish the whole 4 units in the upcoming days. Another units are also going to be added. For now, like it was a really new technology from the Google. Jetpack Compose Camp was really great technology. By these units, you will be industry ready, and then you can make any kind of apps which you are desired. Before October 8th, we also have the deadline to submit one of the app. If you are that so good to make an app, then you will be rewarded for sure. Who finishes all the 4 units before October 8th, please uh, take a screenshot of that and post like DM in the GDSC GNI Instagram page. We will connect with you. Meanwhile, at least finish the unit one. Who have finished at least 2 batches of pathways tomorrow with that and the ticket of RSVP, you can have the offline session. Okay. So like which you are interested, offline or online? both. Okay. Not only this on-rate development, by October 8th, from our end, the sessions will be ended. Later on, after this on-rate development, cloud technology, cloud related sessions will be started. For that, we are also trying to find the facilitator. Like this will be this that will be not like this. For that facilitator, he have to clear the certification exam from the Google community. So upcoming days, you are going to get a really wonderful sessions. Please motivate your friends to join. Like this is not the uh, like we are not satisfied with the count. Please promote, because we are the students. We have to create awareness. This is a really good developer community. So motivate, and we are expecting more from you guys. Please make it uh, a proper developer community, at least in our campus. If you are that so good, we can create a developer community in the global scale also. So please be active, okay? I hope the session was wonderful. Like you will be getting a feedback form in the mail. A habit, make a habit of checking the mails and LinkedIn. How many of you have LinkedIn here? Nice, Ishan. Nice, okay, good, good, good. Instead of opening Instagram, please open LinkedIn. You'll know what the outside world was, how the world was emerging with the technology and the opportunities, how they are grabbing these opportunities, how they are developing themselves. You will know more from the LinkedIn itself. You won't get anything from the Instagram. Just to chill out, scroll the Instagram, but to know anything about the real world, go to the LinkedIn. Make it a habit. Okay, nice. Okay, I crossed already 1 hour, 1.5 hour. Okay, thank you guys. Thank you for joining. Let's go for the offline session tomorrow. Bye bye. Saidab, please wind up.
Hello guys. So we are going to finishing our session. I think you have learned on the Kotlin basics, and then after the data types, the variables, and the function. So we are suggesting you guys to finish the pathway as soon as possible, and the pathway 2 is very simple, so that you are eligible for a offline session. So that's it. Try to do the more practice on the Kotlin Playground, and soon we are going to play with the Android Studio, and soon we are going to announce the apps. So please ready guys, please ready with the healthy mind, and with a lot of curiosity, and with lot of fun. And this whole session recorded version will be posted in the YouTube. Sorry for the session 1. Session was is also going to post it, and the slides are also going to share to your mails. Okay, any other doubts or any other requirements from our end? If nothing, we are going to leave the session. Anything else, guys? Okay, bye bye, guys.